in Makiwara, there's different ways, several different ways to use the Makiwara. This is an old style Makiwara post, which I learned to use back in Detroit years and years ago. And aside from some of the other tutorials we did in place or with slight movement, there are other ways to use the Makiwara as well. You can use combinations on the Makiwara, and you can use dodging on the Makiwara, which gives you access to building your hands, the striking weapons, the tools, the blade, whatever it may be, in a very, very productive way. Well, here's one way you can start doing this. And by the way, my name is Jack Sabat, if you forgot that. So, all right, so first thing I do is always bow. Bow to your training aids. Onegaishimasu. It's always respect. One good method of building your punch, reverse punch, gyatsuki, and again, and I mentioned this in my last tutorial, is keep the elbow in. Keep the elbow in. Because I see people doing Makiwara, even in Okinawa, they're going, what the hell is that? I ask myself. If you're going to train with something, even if it's a push-up, make sure you do it in the form of martial arts. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. So, this is a good way to practice. Coming from my hip. You can punch from here, like this. And sometimes I change to that from time to time, only because it's more combative. But coming from the hip really gives you full rotation. It locks the arm out when you make contact, and it uses your lat, your lower back, and also your rhomboid and scapula to really build a strong punch so you can penetrate the target. The other point is keep the elbow in. We've talked about this. Don't wing your elbow out. I'll see people doing this here. Well, I've got my face almost as close as my fist. Twist like a pulse through the center of your body. So I duck, come up, punch. Duck, duck, whoosh, 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 whoosh. So I did it about several times from here and from the hip. The other way, using the dodging power of Koei-Kan, moving from side to side. This one in particular is great because it's called Yoku Ido, means side move. So again, this is using the hook punch, which I demonstrated in other tutorials, which I'm not going to go into deeply at this point. But in this move here, you want to start not from the hip. You want to start from the head, from your guard. So I step out, left foot, pull my right foot forward. So now I got my stance in a left stance, and hook. And then back. Notice I'm not winging the arm way out. It's coming in tight, and I've got a good stance, good form, good planning on the ground, good balance. And then you can add moves. You can punch above it into the air and follow up with a body shot. There's also Makiwara, you have a pad here. So you can literally kick and punch. So if you ever want to, you can put a pad on the center of the Makiwara too for kicking or for knees. So you've got the side move. So, and now I'm going to add a movement to it. I'm going to add a movement. I'm going to jab, jab, side move. Now the whole idea of having two boards here, one to strike, is you're creating a shock wave. As you generate that shock wave into the target, it hits and it bounces back through your body and into the ground. So you got to be connected to the ground. The second board duplicates that. So you're getting a boom boom. So now I've got a compression that's working twice in my favor. I'm going 1, 2, 1, 2. Again. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. The other way, of course, is sliding on an angle and hooking. Most people don't know, they'll punch this way like a boxer, or they'll turn it over this way. Not right. You want that turn to be this way. So when you come in, you're hitting with the first 2 knuckles and even part of the first 2 fingers. Lastly, let me mention, warm the knuckles up. Do push-ups on real rugged concrete that's pitted. That'll pit the skin. And it'll help you build some strength, not only in your wrist as you're doing this, but also strengthen the skin if you start doing push-ups on your knuckles as a warm-up. Lastly, do your Makiwara first. The reason the body's not in a full sweat, you're not going to peel the skin. So, and that takes a long time. A lot of push-ups, I used to punch concrete walls when I was in my 30s. And you can do that. So anyway, there's 2 methods right there. You can also use elbows. Elbow on the inside, like so. You can get onto your right stance, so your left elbow's in front of it. Strike, move your side, move again. Step here. So you got a number of methods you can build combinations. Last one I kind of like is this one here. Here. Pulling the hand to the hip now for full measure. 1, 1, duck, getting the head out of the way. Bobbing back, 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 back. From the hip to the side. 1, boo-boo weaving. Remember, do everything with form, watch your distance, and with power. And don't let up. Don't let up. Never give up. That's lame. This is your art. This is your time to make you into somebody. But you've got to do it. Come in here with the objective to go through 200, 300, 400 Makiwara. Tegatana, hook, reverse punch, elbow. Use the basic fighting tools that work well in combat. And go from there. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you very much.